All right, guys, we'll let some folks get tuned in here. If you do me a favor and share this with your friends, invite people in to watch. Certainly a interesting radar scenario right now. We've got, taking a look here, this is live radar right now. This is as of 9:52 p.m. And we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that has been hoisted here for Indianapolis area, Danville, Zionsville, Whitestown, Brownsburg, you name it. You see the yellow polygon here that is highlighting that area. That is where that severe thunderstorm warning is going. Now, I'm looking at a couple of things here. What I'm looking at is radar on the right, okay, and then I'm looking at wind speeds on the wind speeds on the right, radar on the left. I'm trying to do something twice here. I'm trying to share this while I'm also talking to you. 1 second here. So what you're seeing is you've got lightning, rain on the left, then you've got wind and lightning on the right. Now we're going to look at a couple of things real quick because what I want to show you is what we're watching. First part here, this severe thunderstorm, this warning here that's highlighted in the blue, this particular warning is actually for wind, okay? It's actually for 60 mile per hour wind gusts being possible with this thunderstorm, all right? I would not be shocked here shortly if we do not see another warning. There could be some quarter-sized hail here as well. Some of that hail may be associated kind of right in here, some of this brighter banding showing up. But right in through here, I want to direct your attention. This warning here that I just talked about, that's going to go until 10:30. All right, again, this is moving off to the north and to the east, okay? This particular thunderstorm moving north and east, okay? This area here, I want to direct your attention to Ellettsville, Bloomington, Nashville area, southern, northwestern Brown County, northeastern Monroe County, southwestern Johnson, southern Morgan County. This particular feature is moving to the north-northeast. See how it's bowing out right here and the winds that are following it. What this is a little bit of a rear inflow jet or a little bit of what we call a bow echo on a radar signature for very intense wind speeds. All right, so what we're watching is this is moving in from the southwest. All right, we are watching the potential here for very gusty winds. I'm going to turn this readout on, and here on the screen you should be able to see the readout of what this is estimating. Now, just in and around and north of the Bloomington area, 60 mile per hour wind gusts are possible. All right, we'll zoom in a little bit closer, get you a little bit closer into the area. This is a 68 mile per hour wind, just west of Nashville, 66 miles per hour. I'm going to change this here to a base velocity. And again, you can still see these very potent winds. So actually, here's the severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. So just as we suspected, just as we just talked about, we're going to get a warning for the whole area of Johnson County. All right, that should be popping up here on the screen literally any second. All right. In fact, it's already over on my other software here on our weather porthole. I'm going to pull this over and I'm going to expand it. Okay. And what you can see here is the warning. Okay, let's take off the temperatures. And so if you are in the Bargersville area, if you are in the Greenwood area, Mooresville, Beech Grove, Warren Park, this storm is loaded with lightning. It is coming from the south and west, and it does the potential here is for damaging winds. I'm going to click on the warning real quick for some more information. But again, this here is expecting considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes and things like that. This is estimating 70 mile per hour winds. All right, this is not a storm that we want to mess around with here. So if you are in the path of this thunderstorm, I would advise that Bargersville, New Whiteland, Greenwood, Southport, Beech Grove, Mooresville, this thunderstorm here really does mean some business. It's really got the potential to put down some very, very strong wind gusts. So if you're in the path of this storm, stay inside, stay away from the windows, and just take it Something else that's interesting that I'm also watching here. We've got these two warnings. You see here, right through here, you see the lull in the precipitation where there's not a heavier return. That's that rear inflow jet. And so as these storms continue to inch off to the north and to the east, I would imagine we're going to continue to be looking at warnings and possible wind damage, okay? We'll zoom it out here a little bit, and I'll go to one frame so you guys can get a little bit of a better idea here. And you know, let's see if we can make the. See if I can make this some of these views here a little bit more larger for you. The text size. I'm going to make the text size a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. There we go. There we go. Make the text size larger so you can see the cities. Now, again, the severe part of this storm is, again, coming right over the central portion of the state. So Indianapolis, northwest side, Greenwood, Plainfield, Beech Grove, the most heavily populated area, and then just north of Bloomington again. So these are going to be moving off to the northeast. Really, all these are kind of moving in this general direction. And it's the wind. It's the wind that we're concerned with. Okay. Further down to the south, just real quick, guys, southwestern Indiana, Evansville area, down near just south of Jasper, Santa Claus, Indiana, getting absolutely pounded. Tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, flash flooding, Doppler radar wind estimates of 70 miles per hour. So some nasty thunderstorms going on down here across southwestern Indiana. You know, if you've got friends down there, they're just getting absolutely hammered. We'll put this into motion for you real quick. Again, you can see all of these thunderstorms moving off to the east-northeast, but this is about right in line with the timing of what we've been kind of touting all day long. We've been posting on our social media, you know, to expect some pretty potent thunderstorms. So we're going to come back in here. We'll bring it back in locally. Again, this is where the strong storms are. And as I mentioned, you see the direction that these are moving towards. As I mentioned, I'm still very interested in this area right here with this rear inflow jet inching in, that there can be some additional very strong winds as this lifts north and east. So we have these warnings here, but I would not be shocked if there are additional thunderstorm warnings that will come from what's moving southwest to northeast. So if you're in Martinsville, southern Morgan County, southwestern portions here of Johnson County, get ready because you're also going to be getting in on some of these very heavy thunderstorms and some of this vivid lightning as well. It's a vivid light show. A lot of cloud-to-ground lightning strikes too with these thunderstorms, so maybe some power outages are not out of the question here at all as this stuff races off to the north and east. And these are the types of thunderstorms that really can put down some serious straight-line winds. I mean, they can really damage some things. You could be looking at the potential here for some tree damage, some roof damage, and things like that. So something these thunderstorms here, we need to take them seriously. Okay, they are going to be stronger ones than what we've been typically used to. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm not going to be able to take a lot of questions because I just don't have the manpower here. Everybody's working remotely. But I'm going to look on Twitter real quick. I'm going to look at some severe weather reports, see if we've got anything coming in so I can give you the latest information here real quick. Power flashes, let's see, 35 seconds ago, 9 p.m. in Lincoln, Illinois, power flashes being reported in Peoria, indicating a likely tornado on the ground. We're going to go to that real quick. If there's any folks out here in Peoria, ooh yeah, this is a nasty looking storm. Indications of power flashes going on. One thing we can do is we can look at the correlation coefficient. And I would imagine there's something going on right here. A little bit of a inflow notch here in the rotation around the backside. There's probably a tornado on the ground in Peoria area. So we will certainly, if there's anybody that you know out there, check in on them. Make sure they're doing okay. Those are some nasty thunderstorms out there as well. So let's get back into it over here. And again, like I said, I'm going to check just very quickly and see if there are any severe weather reports. Boy, this feature down here really has my attention. But give me 1 second here. We'll see what we got. 1 second. Strong blowing wind. Clayton. Looks like we may have a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let me go to my image here just real quick. Live radar. Yep, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. So that is for what I was just talking about. Now we have Edinburgh, Franklin. We have all these folks here, Johnson County, northeastern Brown County, Taylorsville, Edinburgh, not Taylorsville. Now there is a new severe thunderstorm warning. It should pop in here literally any second. It is over on my screen, on my other screen here, but I do not have wind data from that. But I will pop it in real quick because you can see there are 3 individual warnings now, for severe thunderstorm warnings that cover southeastern Morgan, most of Johnson County, western Shelby County, and the northern parts of Brown County. You can see where that new warning has been hoisted here. And that's going to go for wind. I'm going to look at the text, the verbiage of the warning real quick. That's going for 70 mile per hour wind gusts, radar indicated, but expect considerable tree damage to mobile homes, roof, and outbuildings as this stuff moves off to the north and east. It's moving northeast at about 20 miles per hour, so it is a little bit slower, but there it is. This thunderstorm here means business. So this is the one that was kind of catching my attention all along. But again, here in the Martinsville area, estimating winds close to 70 miles per hour. So this thunderstorm here, again, does mean business as it is drifting off to the north and to the east. Again, real quick, I'm going to check out and see if I've got any additional information coming in as I kind of bounce back and forth here between multiple screens. Let's see here. A lot of red. Thanks for always keeping, let's see. Just looking at some of the reports, guys. Okay. All right. So, hate storms at night. Thank you for what you do. Yeah, guys, do me a favor. If you're watching this right now, a very large populated area of central Indiana is under a severe thunderstorm warning. Share this, please. If you're on Periscope, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook Live or YouTube, I'm streaming to all of them right now. Share this, please. Get the word out. These are some strong thunderstorms, and I think that these can really rip through pretty good. So do me a favor and give us a like, give it a share, and we'll continue to keep you posted. So if you're just tuning in, it's 10:05, and there's a severe thunderstorm warning from Zionsville to Indianapolis to Southport, Greenwood, Mooresville, all the way down to Franklin. It has not included Lafayette. You are out of the mix on this one. But these are mostly for damaging wind gusts. I am waiting to see if there are going to be any reports out of this. I have not seen any official wind gust reports yet. All right. Let's see. Wind is picked up in Martinsville. What about Batesville? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's mainly going to be, it's moving through Martinsville right now. It should be moving out of there here shortly, within the next 20, 30 minutes. Here's a report. I got a report. Thunderstorm wind gust in Spencer, Indiana. That was a 68 mile per hour wind gust measured in Spencer, Indiana. So that's kind of the source region where these thunderstorms are coming from. All right, so a 68 mile per hour wind gust has been reported there out of Spencer not too long ago. And again, I'm just kind of trying to get the latest over here to see if we have any updated reports. Let me see. See if I can get any of my other meteorologists here to shoot me any updates that they're seeing. But again, guys, let's see if I'll try to take some questions here. What about Greenfield? We'll be moving into Greenfield. You'll probably see a warning extension into Greenfield. Southern Morgan County, lightning, heavy rain, maybe 30 mile per hour winds. Noblesville, you'll be in on it here before the next 20 minutes or so. Montgomery County, it should stay just south and east of Montgomery County. Okay, so you should be in the clear as we continue to go throughout the next couple of hours or next hour or so. I mean, let's take a look at this for those of you who are joining in. Again, severe thunderstorm warning, and I'm going to highlight just kind of the whole area. It just started raining pretty good at my house. This is the entire area right now that is under the severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, let's see here. Power just went out in West Newton. Got a report of that. Thank you for the update there. I hope you guys stay safe. Anderson getting hit hard right now. It's going to hit Edinburgh here in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so. Richmond, it's about an hour or so out. Rushville, the same there. Let's see here. I'm not seeing much of any severe weather reports just yet. So we'll see if these winds are actually making it to the surface. Now, it is coming down pretty doggone good at my house right now. I do have a weather station nearby. I will pull that up to see if I get any wind gusts. It's certainly pretty doggone windy. There's a 32 mile per hour gust just now as this stuff's coming through. So let's take a look where these strongest winds are situated. Are going to be in eastern Morgan County. Now, we do have a little bit of a problem because the storm is over the radar dome. And that's what we call over the dome. That's what we call the cone of silence. It's actually a meteorological term. It's the cone of silence. It keeps, you can't get any readings because the thunderstorm is directly overhead of the radar beam, and it cannot go straight up. It can only go out horizontally to a certain degree. So you get this void. You get this black void here, and it alters readings. But look at this reading just west of Beech Grove. That is an indication there of a 68 mile per hour wind being possible. Between Beech Grove and Warren Park, getting estimates of about 60 mile per hour winds. And then again, we go back here across eastern Morgan County. But as I mentioned, because this storm is over the radar dome, it may be kind of hindering, how much of a good reading we can get. I'll tell you this much. Seeing this signature, again, on the rear portion of this storm as it inches north and east, and you see this Boeing signature out ahead of it. All right, this is what you call your rear inflow jet. We'll call that the RIJ, the rear inflow jet. And then we see this Boeing here on the top part. That's called a bow echo. And so you're likely to get some very, very strong winds as this continues to lift off to the east-northeast here at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. All right, so the maximum gust I've seen so far is 32 miles per hour here locally. They are scaling back the warning there a little bit as the storm is passing through. So, but it's coming down pretty good right now. It's really ripping out there right now here. I'm in Bargersville, and a pretty good thunderstorm ongoing. So check here and see if we have any new reports. If anybody has any reports, I'd love to get them so I can relay them. We have over 1,000 people watching right now. We actually have a total of about 1,300 viewers right now. Pretty impressive here. Now, so this is live radar. Okay. What you're seeing here, thunderstorm moving in. Well, I tell you what, it's incredibly windy. I'm turning on the location. So this is where I'm located. That's my house. This MRW, that's Mallow Run Winery, one of our clients. But the heaviest part of this thunderstorm is now right overhead, and you can really hear it out there. There's no doubt about it. All right, let's go back out here, do a double pane of this. Let's see. Anybody give me any reports of what you're seeing out there? Let's see what we got here. Let me go to the comments. Storm rips through very fast. Don't like how calm it is. Wind just kicked up in Overdale. Rain and high winds in Greenwood. Yep. Lots of lightning. Rain just started pounding. Rain in Noblesville. Lots of rain in Paragon. It's coming. Yep. It's ripping. It's a good thunderstorm. And so far, though, I haven't seen any crazy wind reports yet. Some of this wind may not be mixing down to the surface, which is a good thing. But it has the potential to do just that. So don't let this don't sleep on these. But they are certainly going to pound here for about the next 30 minutes as these rip through here. Yeah, if you're in Bargersville, I'm with you on the same thing. Josh and Miranda Gray, it's coming down pretty good. We are without power in the town of Mooresville. I think I'm actually hearing a little bit of hail hitting my windshields now, or my house, my windows here. So let's check our hail tool here real quick. The good thing is, guys, for any of you that are actually legitimately scared of this stuff, I am not seeing any rotation. I'm not seeing any indications yet of any type of tornadic activity. Okay, so that should make you feel a little bit better. I'm not seeing that as of right now, not yet. I'm just seeing the wind. I'm just seeing the very heavy rain and the lightning and some small hail. I had a little small hail here just a little bit ago, but it wasn't much. So for those of you that are just tuning in, not seeing any tornadic activity right now. I'm not seeing any of that. What I'm seeing is straight line wind gusts and vivid lightning and heavy rain that's moving through the area. I'm going to go back out here to a single frame so you guys can see the direction. And generally, this is moving. Again, this is moving across central Indiana, really right at about the time we anticipated. And again, I'm still not getting any significant severe weather reports at all yet. Okay, so power outages being reported across Morgan County. There's plenty of those, but I haven't seen any major wind reports just yet. Okay, so that is a good thing. Now, I will tell you, rotation with a tornado warned storm has strengthened over central Ogle County with the potential tornado that could pass very near Oregon, Illinois. Here in northwestern Illinois, up here just south of Rockford, this is a strong, lone little supercell here that has the potential to put down a tornado. If you or know anyone just south and west of Rockford, this here is a nasty looking storm, and it does have the potential to put a tornado down, and it is moving off to the north and east. So, like I said, in Illinois, there's a little bit more of a tornadic side to this, but here across central Indiana, we're really just looking at straight line winds, heavy rain, vivid lightning, and small hail. All right, and of course some flash flooding that's continuing on this area here. But look up here. Let's go up here. If you are in Fishers, okay, if you are in Fishers, 50 mile per hour winds between Lawrence and McCordsville, about 53 mile per hour winds between Lawrence and Cumberland. We're looking at about 55 mile per hour winds. 50 mile per hour winds approaching the Cumberland area right now. Downtown Indianapolis metro area, Doppler radar estimates of 58 mile per hour winds just near the circle there. And you get down here across portions of Johnson County, the windy side of this has kind of gotten sloppy. So what we're seeing here now is just more of a heavy rain, vivid lightning type deal. But again, you're still seeing that void and that precipitation right here. There's still that rear inflow jet. So on the north end of this, this is where, you can still get some very gusty winds between Fairland, Shelbyville, Greenwood, as this continues to lift off to the north and to the east. So, but yeah, again, for you guys watching, there's a lot of you commenting on how bad the wind is. It's not tornadic, okay? We're not seeing any tornadic activity, any indications of rotation right now. We are just seeing straight line winds. We're just seeing very heavy rainfall, vivid lightning. Okay, you might get some shingles blown off. You might get some trees that blow down, but you're not going to get a tornado, at least not yet. It does not seem that way right now. All right, so that should be some good news for you folks who are watching. Michael Pruitt says high winds ripping through Bargersville. Yeah, Mike, down here at my house in Bargersville, it has definitely been very, very windy. The weather station, believe it or not, close by, recorded a max wind gust at 38 miles per hour, but that can vary from literally a quarter mile. Can make all that difference in the world in terms of wind. So, all right. So heavy wind just broke out. Let's see if the strongest part of this storm now is lifting off to the north and east. In fact, on the northeast side, we need to give the northeast side some attention here. South of Noblesville, north of Fishers, the strongest part of this thunderstorm right now in terms of the threat for severe weather, I'm circling it right here. That's going to go from Fishers to McCordsville, just east of Lawrence, north of Cumberland. Doppler radar in this area is indicating winds of upwards to 60 miles per hour as this moves off to the north and east. There may be some small hail in here, but there is a lot of lightning and there is a lot of rain. Okay. Again, straight line winds are the threat. If you're watching and you're just tuning in, we're not worried about any tornadic activity yet. We're not seeing any indications of rotation. What we're seeing here is more indicative of what we call straight line winds. And those are winds that just simply blow straight from west to east. And they're blown by momentum as the storm is moving in a certain direction at a rate of speed with the jet assisting in that, you get those gusty winds. But again, for those of you watching or just tuning in, we're not worried about tornadoes right now, not yet. Okay, we're not seeing any indication of that. So let's go back here real quick. I'll give you a radar view, and I'm just kind of covering these as they move through kind of the heart of the state. And again, I just talked about the strongest part of the storm is located between Fishers, Lawrence, and just west of Greenfield. We're still seeing some gusty winds and heavy rain up here in northern Johnson County. But I am noticing the wind aspect of this storm is weakening somewhat. We are noticing a little bit of a weaker radar returns in terms of the severity. So that is a good thing, all right, if you do not like severe weather. Let's go over here. Oh, here we go. We got some reports. I'm going to pull this up. This comes to us from Twitter. This comes from In Searing. I'm not quite sure the name, but this is just in here. I'm going to pull this up. This is significant storm damage in Mooresville. Trees down and tops are twisted. Trees down on a house. Here's some. So this is classic straight line wind looking like here. You can see just kind of how stuff is blown over. Let's see here. Let's go to the next picture. Yeah, some pretty big trees down. Look at this. But note the directionality of how they're all kind of going the same direction. That's a very good indication that these are straight line winds. So this is coming in out of Mooresville. These pictures just sent to us moments ago. We appreciate that, okay? We appreciate that. See if I have any more reports here real quick while I've got you on the hook. Let's see. Morgan County, NWS employee, thunderstorm wind damage, 45-50 miles per hour. Here we go. West-northwest Homecroft, Marion County, a train spotter reported a wind gust of 60 miles per hour. All right. This is the Indianapolis Fire Department. 2 males, 45 and 47 years old, were transported in serious condition after car exits, loses control. It doesn't look like that is weather related, so that's a good thing. We'll hope those folks are safe. So a couple storm damage pics there for you as this stuff rips through the area. Okay. Let's take it into a larger view here real quick. We'll pull it out and look at everything. Is this, again, all moving off to the north and to the east. But hey, it's put down some damage and a ton of lightning. There's a lot of lightning with this thunderstorm, as I'm sure you all are well aware. So here's those reports actually just populating. See that there in southern Marion County, a 60 mile per hour wind. So a couple of those did end up producing some strong winds. Now it is moving pretty quickly off to the north and east. It's moving pretty fast here, getting into east of Fishers, approaching the Pendleton area. And it's actually starting to pick up strength a little bit again. Let's go here. Let's go back in between. Let's see. Just east of Fishers. Wow. So now we have indications that back up again of 65. Let's see a little bit closer. 65 mile per hour winds here just east of Fishers, northwest of Fortville. So if you're looking at the strongest part of the storm, south of Lapel, east of McCordsville, around the Fortville area, that's the strongest part of this thunderstorm right now, moving off to the north and east. So with that being said, these other warnings here are probably going to be allowed to expire as the severe threats kind of winding down here relatively quickly. Okay, but heavy rain and lightning and thunder will continue. But if you are on the northeast side, that's where you're going to be getting in on some gusty winds that could be gusting as much as 65 miles per hour. So this is certainly interesting. All right, certainly interesting. But luckily it's calming just a little bit. So if you're down in southern Indiana, those of you folks tuning in here, coming up into the Louisville area, you're about to get rocked. Paoli, Salem, okay? A little tornadic action there just west of the Corydon area, west and northwest of Corydon area. The potential there for a tornado as a warning is in effect. It does cover the Corydon area and Milton, Indiana. Again, that is just west of Louisville. So for those of you in Henryville, Sellersburg, Louisville, Salem, Indiana, these thunderstorms are moving in your general direction, and they have the better potential at being more of a risk of tornadic. Okay, Just another report here, a 69 mile per hour wind at 116th and Oleo in Indianapolis. 69 mile per hour wind at 116th. So that's going to be right where we were just talking about, really, up there on the north side. So seeing a lot of tree damage reports starting to filter in here with this system. So with the wind, what we saw coming through, with on the radar not too long ago, that's pretty impressive. It doesn't surprise me. All right, so let me see if we have any more reports here. Hearing reports of significant tornado damage in Newburgh. Indiana State Police and the Newburgh Police are asking people to avoid the area. In the Newburgh, Indiana area, hearing damage of a possible tornado. I'm going to zoom in down here real quick because those have obviously passed the area. Let's see here. Right down into here, we've got thunderstorm wind damage, power poles down at Newburgh Power Plant, 1 mile east of Newburgh. Anybody, if you know anyone in Newburgh, a house heavily damaged. Let's see if I can get, okay, let's get a radar image of when this thing went through the Newburgh area. Ooh, wow, holy moly. Yeah, that is not good. Let's get a 4-panel view here. I'm going to pull up the correlation coefficient on the right side. Let's see if I can get this to pull up real quick. Let's see here. It's not letting me load it. But I tell you what, this is a remarkable signature here, and I'm not surprised that we do have that report of possibly some significant tornado damage out there in Newburgh. So prayers for those folks down there. Hopefully everybody's okay. Amidst of everything going on, the last thing we want to freaking deal with is a possible tornado. And so let's hope these people are doing okay. So thoughts and prayers with those folks down there as they're dealing with that. Now, Anderson, Pendleton area, Lapel, you're going to be getting hit here pretty good. That thunderstorm moving off to the north and east, but the NWS holding off on the warnings, and I kind of agree with that right now because I am seeing some weakening. So I'm going to go through and read a couple of comments, and then I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits here, because I do think as these continue to move off to the east and northeast, they're going to start to weaken. They're going to outrun the instability, and they are going to start to weaken a little bit. So that is something that is encouraging nonetheless. Okay, some severe wind and hail can continue into late evening as they do move through, as this does move east. But I think the majority of this will start to weaken somewhat here going forward. And of course, as soon as I say that, the NWS issues a new severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to share that with you right now. That's going to be for, that is down, let's see, is that down south? No, that's going to be extended. Hamilton, Hancock, Madison, including Indianapolis until 11:15. Let me see what we got here, guys. I have to go to my portal here. See if we got a new view real quick. There it is. Okay, it's on the city's. It's on the northeast side, so it's just what we've been talking about. You can see here, being that the warning comes in so much faster for us than it does on radar scope. It's quite a bit faster. And the people get text notifications right away. But this storm plowing through the northeast side, the severe thunderstorm warning, it's loaded with lightning. The severe thunderstorm warning is going to cover for the potential, I would imagine, of 60 mile per hour winds. I'm trying to find the verbiage. That's the flash flood warning. It'd be nice if I could read, guys, if I could click the right thing. Wouldn't it be good? They're still saying 70 mile per hour winds, so we'll watch that. It should be populated on radar scope now. There it is. It is just coming in. So this is the storm we're watching for those of you tuning in. If you're tuning in around the Indianapolis metro area, the threat of this has moved out to the north and to the east. But this here is a pretty impressive thunderstorm moving into the Ingalls, Pendleton, Lapel, Anderson area. If you are around this area, let's see here, Edgewood, Country Club Heights, Chesterfield, you've got a really strong thunderstorm moving in that is probably going to have some damaging winds with it. So let me see if I can get to the comments here just real quick. See if I can answer any questions for you. Okay. Evansville, power out. Okay. Can you stay on for us in Pendleton? Yeah, I will. If you're in Pendleton, I will stay on for you, Terry. Not a problem. We can do that for you. Okay. All right, so let's regather here. Greenfield is actually in the warning, but you are on the very far southern edge. But you do have some strong winds coming in Greenfield, just west of you near the New Palestine area. There are some possible winds there just coming in around 55, 58 miles per hour, right at the severe criteria, really, just west and northwest of New Palestine. So NWS Indianapolis doing a bang-out job tonight with these warnings. They're doing a very great job with the proactiveness of these warnings. Kudos to the guys at the NWS there in Indy. Thank you for working hard in this situation and during the coronavirus and keeping folks safe and keeping us abreast, and big shout out to those guys. So let's see here, downpours in Greenfield. Yep. So if you're in the Johnson County area, the severe threat's basically moving out of the area. It's basically exiting. Okay. So that's a good thing, right? Let's see. Thanks for being on. I am near State Road 109 in Anderson. Okay, cool. Thank you for watching. Big shout out to those guys. So let's go here towards the Pendleton area. So we do have a couple of viewers coming in out there just west of Pendleton. Now I'm telling you, just west of you by 3.7 miles, we do have radar estimating winds at 68 miles per hour. So that is certainly something that going to offer up the potential for some pretty significant winds. Heavy rain, vivid lightning. Again, your severe thunderstorm warning is going to go to 11:15 if you're out there in the Pendleton area. So if you are out there and you are watching, I would appreciate any information that you have on the storm system, what you think the winds are doing, and what you're experiencing. Okay, winds have picked up in Pendleton, Shelby says. So just on the west side of Pendleton, that storm really showing some very strong winds. So let's see here. You have calmed my kids. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm glad we could do that. Again, there's not any potential here for the kids watching, for you guys out there watching. There's not any tornadic potential right now. There are heavy rain, vivid lightning, and some straight line winds, but there's nothing to be too concerned with. Just stay away from the windows. All right, stay indoors when you have all this lightning around, and but you'll be just fine. Okay, just some gusty winds, and the kids are going to be just fine. So, there's a lot of people that are legitimately very afraid of thunderstorms. It's a legit fear and phobia, and so it's not a problem to keep everybody abreast here. So Brian Field says 32 mile per hour wind gust just south of your office in Greenwood. All right, can you fast forward to see where New Pal cell goes to? Yeah, so the new Palestine cell, which would be just, let's see, I can tell you where it's going to go. New Palestine, it's going to go right about like this. But it's not the strongest part of that storm. In fact, it's weakening a little bit. The strongest part of the storm is north and west of that. Okay, so anything after this system to worry about, Candace is asking. No, I don't think so. This is it. This will blow through. The cold front comes in. Now, tomorrow, we do have a wind advisory. I think there could be locally wind gusts of 50 miles per hour tomorrow. So make sure you have, make sure you've hunkered down. It's going to get pretty doggone windy across the area tomorrow. So keep that in mind. It is going to hit the Muncie area. Again, strong winds, heavy rain, small hail. But right now, nothing in the concerns for tornadoes. Rachel, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad we could do that for you. Bad in Greenfield, bad lightning. Yeah, it sounds about right. Probably quite a bit of lightning there in the Greenfield area as well. So, again, the windiest part of this thunderstorm is now over the Pendleton area and LaPel, Anderson, Noblesville area. So, this is right now. This is live, Brandy. This is not a forecast. This is current radar. Okay. Let's see here. If I have any new reports, I'm going to start to wrap it up here, guys. I've been on here for 39 minutes. But I just want to make sure that we weren't going to get any tornadoes to blow through. And everybody's at home right now dealing with this virus. Last thing we need is something like this to happen. And, we just want to keep you all abreast here, okay, to the latest. So let's see. Is this Carmel? Nope. About 3 miles east of Fishers. 3 miles east of Fishers is where that 69-mile-per-hour wind came in 11 minutes ago. All right, so certainly interesting report there. That's a pretty significant wind report. Here's another picture out of Mooresville. There's quite a bit of wind damage, tree damage down in Mooresville. So hope those folks are safe there. So, guys, with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Again, I'm not seeing anything in the way of tornadic activity across central Indiana other than some gusty winds. The severe stuff is now, if you are west of this line here, I'm going to draw this line. If you are in here, the severe threat is over. Okay? If you're west of the line. If you are north and east of that, up in here, you still have another hour of possibly severe weather. It's going to rain, it's going to thunder, it's going to lightning, you're going to see some wind, but it's largely going to start coming to an end if you're on the west side of the line. Okay? Yep, you're welcome. Thank you all so much. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay safe out there, heed the warnings, and we'll talk to you soon.